I actually want to go get some Lotus. All right, y'all. So I'm leaving the skills check off. Is that like a control tactic to, oh, if you want this way, this gonna have to be done like this, and that?
I go on too many dates.
Hey y'all, I am heading to Grille with my cousin. We're having a cousin's dinner date, so stay tuned. Oh, dresses from Fashion Nova. And I'll pretty much have this on my TikTok and possibly my Instagram. So I am on Instagram, iamnursetee, and TikTok, I believe it's nursetee15.
You've entered the parking lot for your destination.
So surprisingly, I thought it was going to be like in a little area by itself, but since it's in a parking lot with other stuff, like a shopping strip or whatever, it's actually areas in this shopping strip where I can park, because I literally thought I was going to have to valet park. So good to that. So I've been to a lot of steakhouses, and I always like to, I have like a little list of places that I have checked off my list of when I decide to dine out somewhere or where I want to dine out to. So Grille has been one that I have never been to. So I've been to like Ruth Chris, Del Frisco's, Steak 48, Perry's. I've been to so many places a number of times. Mastro's, Uptown Joey's, so many places. But yeah, so Ruth Chris, I'll be going there for the first time, and it'll be my cousin's first time as well. So I'll check in with y'all in a minute. Hey, today is a new day, and we are heading out to a birthday party. Say hey, Bailey. Alright, so we're gonna head out. Bailey's friend is having a birthday party, so we're gonna go to the Sparkle Bus. So we're gonna get ready for some manis and petties. Are you excited, Bailey?
Yeah.
Alright, okay, y'all, we'll catch y'all, family.
I'm a blonde rainbow girl in the fantasy world. Dress me up, make it tight, I'm your dolly.
You're my doll, rock and roll, feel the glamour and pain. Kiss me here, toss me there, hanky-panky.
You can touch, you can play. If you say I'm always yours. Ooh, I'm a Barbie girl in the Barbie world. Life in plastic, it's fantastic. You can brush my hair, undress me everywhere. Imagination, that is your creation.
Come on, Barbie, let's go party.
Yeah.
Come on, Barbie, let's go party.
Ooh,
Come on, Barbie, let's go party.
yeah.
Come on, Barbie, let's go party.
Heading to a skills checkoff. So one good thing about nursing is that you always have options. You can get side gigs, so many ways to fulfill voids. So unfortunately at my hospital right now, they've been doing a lot of calling people off. I think they overstaff people or whatever, and the census has been low. So at first I was cool with, okay, I ain't gotta go to work today. They counsel me. But then it gets to the point where, okay, so like now y'all playing with my money. You know what I'm saying? So I'm actually about to head to this skills checkoff because I got on Indeed and tried to get something PRN. So that's where your girl is going. I really don't like having to securing something on the side. I barely want to do the first one. That's why it is very imperative that I start working more on my personal goals in entrepreneurship, because that's really kind of the angle in the area that I see myself going, especially in healthcare. Nursing is so many things that I can do as far as in working for myself. So that is an area that I'm trying to get stronger in, because I'm so used to like clocking in for a person. But I think where I'm at now in life is more so, girl, go get them, go build your own brand. And so that's why I'm also trying to pick back up with the YouTube and get more consistent. So trust that y'all will be seeing me a little more. So this is just a little transparency moment. That we all can hit that. We can all hit that point of our life where it's kind of like you starting to feel kind of stagnant. And you hit that moment, that's life, but don't stay there. Don't stay in that moment. So, again, there were days where I would get called off and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm cool, but then it started affecting the holiday seasons coming up. My kids' birthdays were coming up, and those things, like, you don't want to be counseled and called off and all this stuff. And I used to look at like, okay, I get a chance to rest, this and that. But nothing coming to a sleeper but a dream. So it's time for me to get up. It is important to acknowledge when you need rest breaks, but also acknowledge when you need to get on your grind. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm again trying to be more consistent with YouTube, because I can be myself. I can just day-to-day life stuff, whatever it is. I take y'all along on my vlogs. On my day-to-day stuff. When I go out of town, do family things. And I'm also a nurse firsthand, and I do have a couple of ideas of stuff that I'm going to be talking about. I collaborated with my cousin this week for Leukemia Awareness Month, so stay tuned. That video will be coming out. I just recently had a mammogram, my first one, so we'll touch on that because October coming up, and that's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So although I'll share vlogs with all the other stuff, I do want to keep in mind firsthand that I am an educator at heart, And I do like to, like, even with my friends, I can be talking to them about stuff, but I always find a moment to throw in a little education in there. So we all human, but we all need to stay on top of our game. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and like the video, comment. And when you're leaving your house and you want to put on your TV, put it on my channel. Go ahead and run those numbers up so that it can be playing and those numbers can grow. That watch hour can grow, because that's where I need the most attention. I have the subscriber numbers, but I need those watch hours. So tell a friend to subscribe to your girl Nurse T, and that's what we got. So, you know, I kind of bounced around. One time I'll post, and then 3 months later I'll post again, and then this and that. And then I see a lot of people that just kind of blow up from just being consistent and taking it like serious. So I'm kind of having that moment with y'all right now to let y'all know, like, man, sometimes you can't hit that area where you feel like, man, I'm not growing like I need to. You know, I kind of been in my lazy girl era, but I'm praying about it, asking God to remove procrastination, the laziness, that just something that was sprinkled on me or something. That's why it's also important to stay surrounded with positive vibe, positive people, because sometimes people be they don't have your best interest in mind. And sometimes people prey on your downfall. And you got to be careful, because sometimes it can be the people that you chit chat with on the daily, who only in your life to steal your energy, to steal your joy, to get what they can get from you. But you got to be careful and protective of your energy, you know, because energy is everything. Yeah, but enough on that. I'm gonna go in there, do the skills check off, then we're gonna come back, because they got some topics they was talking about on the radio, and let's just have a talk about all of that. All right, y'all, so I'm leaving the skills check off. We'll talk back when I get in the car. All right, y'all, so I just left the skills check off. So I actually want to go get some Lotus. It's so doggone early right now. It's not even 11 o'clock. So I think Lotus open at 11. So I'm going to wait until 11 and then head there. And that'll be kind of like my lunch for the day. You know, we always crave something that ain't good for us when we ain't supposed to have it. And I feel like that's when I go the hardest, when I ain't supposed to have something that I'm craving. Well, I don't crave it until I know I ain't supposed to have it. That's what that is. So I'm not supposed to be eating all that salty stuff, because I know I've been trying to monitor my blood pressure and everything. And it seemed like, because I know I'm trying to monitor it, because I know I'm trying to make sure I'm being on top with that, it's like that's when I'm craving this seafood. And we all know, if you've had Lotus here in Houston, they marinate it with all this butter and seasoning and garlic and all that old good stuff. But it's bad. It's bad, bad, bad. Raises your cholesterol. If you have hypertension, it raises that level. So no, it's not good for me, but it's just, I crave it. But anyways, yeah, I was riding here, and on the radio they had this conversation where everybody kind of called in and they gave their input. But let's talk about this. You're co-parenting, okay? And mom calls dad and say, hey, I need some groceries for the kids. Now we're going to determine who need to sit their ass down when it comes to this conversation. Is it dad? Is he doing too much? Or is it mom? Is she doing too much? And I know they ain't finna park this close to me like this. I know they ain't about to park this close to me. Because if you hit my car, you can't even. But yeah, so, okay, so mom called dad, told him that she needed some groceries. So dad was like, bet. He made the groceries for her online, had them sent to the house. So mom got all offended and was like, basically like she wanted the money for herself to go buy her own groceries, if that was her intentions to buy groceries. So when it comes to that, if you ask your ex, your baby daddy, your kid's father, for money so that you can go handle what needs to be handled, whether it's groceries, school shopping, shopping for something for the birthday, whatever it may be, I mean, if dad decides, or if the tables turn, vice versa, if mom is the if dad is the primary caregiver and he calls mom for XYZ and she's like, okay, I'll just buy it and send it, and dad gets all pennies in a rut or whatever, like he gets upset because he wanted the money in his hand cash. What's your take on that? So in this scenario, it's mom calling asking for money, and dad felt like he needed to actually go buy the groceries himself. Now, dad might have had his reasons. Dad might probably feel like mom is unstable. Mom had probably had a history of not doing what she's supposed to be doing with money, or he just probably felt like he wanted to make sure his money is spent like it was supposed to be spent, which is on the kids to buy groceries. What's your take is on that? Because for me personally, I'm okay with it. If you want to buy groceries, that means you know what my kids eat. That means you should know what the kids. If you are active in the home at some point and you know what the kids eat, and you know the kids like chicken nuggets, sausage that they can boil, waffles, pancakes on the sticks, whatever. If you know what the kids eat and you can successfully go and shop and have the food delivered, Dad, you doing your thing. No love lost. But if you going and you buying stuff that the kids don't eat just because it's generic, or just because it's within your budget of what you can spend and whatever, and you buying a bunch of stuff that don't match, or a bunch of stuff that these kids don't eat, then we're going to be coming back to the drawing board again, and I'm going to have to ask you for money again to make sure we get stuff the kids can actually eat. So again, I don't have a problem with it. As long as, I mean, Dad, if you took the initiative to go shop online and you having the groceries delivered, that's not a problem for me. Same with back to school time. If back to school time come up and the kids need XYZ and you want to take your money and go shop and buy XYZ, as long as you buy the correct sizes, the correct appropriate attire that the kids can wear, whether it's uniforms, whether it's a clear backpack, mesh backpack, a solid backpack, whatever the kids can use and actually benefit from, by all means, because some women are out to take money for their own good, and some women are out to take money to actually do what it needs to do, which is to support the child. What is your take on it? Because I was listening to the radio, and I'll share some of that with y'all if y'all haven't already heard it, but
think so?
It sounds like, yes, because it sounds like he's mad. Maybe the dad bought what you needed, not what you wanted. And it sounds like she wanted to keep some money put in her pocket, but how is he to know that he's really going to go to the grocery store? He didn't say, okay, well, what you bought my kids are allergic to this, allergic to that. I'm pretty sure the dad has had his grandkids, so he knows what they like because he's going by what he has seen them do. Wow, this what these children do want you to spend their money, and they do what they want to do with it. You won't be going to my nightclub buying my house with my money that I work for. So, now,
You're not having
you
it.
better sit up like you over down and be grateful for what the daddy brought her.
Ooh, I mean, should she be grateful he even deliver the groceries too? Like, you didn't even have to go to the grocery store yourself. I'd save you a trip.
You know, just listen to some of the comments and everything. Based on all of this, I mean, who would you say need to sit their ass down? Is mom doing too much? Is dad doing too much? Is dad trying to be too controlling? Is he trying to, is that like a control tactic to, oh, if you want this way, this gonna have to be done like this, and that? Like, who need to sit their ass down? And what advice would you give? Or what's your take on this? But I thought that was an interesting conversation. Definitely much an interesting conversation. But other than that, y'all, I'm about to head on. I think I got about 15 minutes before this place opens. I'm gonna go grab my stuff and then I'm gonna go home because I need to got some things on my agenda and we'll go from there. Again, thank y'all for tuning into my videos, whichever. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. If you're just now getting to know me, when you have some time on your hand, go back and check out my other videos. I might not be up there with my editing, with just the vlogging period, with the confidence and everything, but I'm trying to make my name back out there. But if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, become family, Nursetee family, and see you on the next one.